Hello, everyone. I was going to do a little video today about something that it kind of struck me as funny, but I guess it really shouldn't. I guess it kind of shows you the state of our country, the state of our union. I did a little video here, I don't know, I guess a week or two ago now, about the sovereign citizen that killed a hiker and attacked his girlfriend or wife, whatever it was, on the Appalachian Trail. And that by far has been my most viewed video. I mean, I've got, I think, like over 1,700 views on it. I never expected it to be anything like that. Kind of surprised me. But I guess what surprised me even more, and thinking about it, maybe it shouldn't have, but was the mixed reviews I got on it. You know, I think I got about the same amount of likes as I got dislikes, about 25 or 26 of each. And a lot of comments from people, you know, and it's just funny to read them things and look at the different views that people have. And I think it just goes to show how divided we are as a nation, you know, and how people look at things so differently. And there's no way that we as people are going to change each other's minds. You know, my whole point behind that video was the fact that the criminal justice system does more to protect the guilty than it does the innocent. Uh, Maybe they didn't have the evidence on this guy. Maybe they couldn't do anything to him. But the point I'm trying to make is that I promise you that if that hiker would have shot this guy in self-defense up there on that trail, they'd have drug him through the mud. So that's the point I was trying to make. The government, the police, all these agencies, they have no requirement. There's no requirement for them to protect you. You're required to protect yourself. Now, if you do that, you're taking a big chance. And obviously, there's a lot of people out there that don't believe in self-defense. You know, I mean, I've got some of these people on there leaving these funny comments about, you know, how I just want to, how if it was up to me, everybody would end up in a grave or some silliness like that. You know, and here I protected people, I protected the public, I protected my community and my nation my entire life, and my goal was to always protect the innocent. But yet, the way people's views are so skewed now because they bought into this liberal propaganda from the media, and they have decided that that's the way they're going to be, and there's nothing going to change their mind. I don't see any way for this country to ever recover, to ever come together and meet in the middle. You know, I mean, the way they're protesting all these states that are signing these anti-abortion laws, there's going to be no meeting in the middle there. You know, I mean, you can't talk to these people. You know, they've made up their mind that a baby in the womb is not a human. Most time they'll tell you it's because it can't survive outside the womb. Well, a baby can't survive outside the womb after it's born unless you take care of it. So, I mean, they've been fooled. They don't even realize it. They think we're the stupid ones, the ones that actually believe in a right to life. They're pro-life. I think it's a shame that so many women choose abortion, and I understand why they do. I'm not trying to put them down. I understand how tough it is, and life is hard. And but we've got to teach our children to make good decisions and to take responsibility for themselves. And I think that's where we've gone wrong in the society. Is we've let TV and the media and social media raise our children, and there's very little consequences for their actions. And the first thing they want to do when something happens to them is find the easy way out of it. And that's a shame. It really is. So I mean, I've never downed anybody that wanted to get an abortion. I mean, I'm not here to judge them. I don't think it's right, but I'm not here to judge them and tell them what a horrible person they are. I understand people oftentimes are desperate, and it's just sad that we as a society have allowed this to happen. And this is our fault. This is the church's fault. We've let this fester among us, and now we can't really do anything about it. And I was talking to a guy about raising our children here the other day, and we were discussing the points of how to do it. And I understand you can't control your child's life. You have to let them make choices and make mistakes, but you can demand that they stay off drugs. You can absolutely demand that, and you can hold them to it. The first thing you have to do is lead by example. And now sometimes kids will stray, and there's nothing you can do about it. But if every parent in this nation gave a real honest effort to raise their children up the right way, to raise them up to be loving, respectful, hardworking human beings, we'd have very little problems. I promise you. People don't do that anymore. My kids, they've made their mistakes. They've done things they shouldn't have done, and just like I did when I was that age. And I don't hold that against them. But knock on wood, so far I have had yet to have one have a drug problem. And that's really something that's plaguing our society. We have a lot of problems, but the drugs are just huge. It's just such a big problem. They're just so easy to get, whether it be pharmaceuticals, meth. I mean, it's just all out there, and it's so easy anywhere you live. I mean, I live in about as rural areas you can live in the eastern United States. But it's everywhere, even here. But you've really got to put a lot of effort into paying attention to what your kids are doing, who they're hanging out with. And yeah, I'm nosy. I mean, I make them accountable, and it's not always easy. I mean, I don't want to make their life miserable. But by doing that, so far, like I said, I haven't had any trouble. I mean, I pray to God every day that none of my children ever fall into that, because that's a terrible thing to get into, and once they do, getting out's about impossible. I've worked in corrections for a long, long time, and I will say that probably 90% of the criminals in there were either drunk or high when they committed their crime, or they were doing it so they could get some drugs. Whatever it was, it had something to do with that. And once you alter that mind, it's real hard to go back. It's just a shame, and I really, really believe deep in my heart that the only way to stop it is for parents to step up and take control. They're your children. Raise them the right way. Raise them the way God intended us to raise them. Because this world's not going to get any better. I mean, a lot of places the crime rate's down. A lot of places it isn't. And then you just have this entire society that is pretty much they've gone to a live and let live, anything goes, and it sounds really good. It sounds like a person should be able to find their happiness, the pursuit of happiness. That's great. But when it brings down your country, in the end, no one's going to be happy. a lot of things going on with social media. They're really getting down on Christians and conservatives and things like that. Uh, I mean, they're all run by liberal propaganda machines. That's all social media is. That's all the media is. Even Fox News is. I mean, I don't believe half what they say. It's just their goal is to fool people and trick them into thinking like they do, and it works very well. Well, I'd say at least half the country is agreeing with pretty much everything CNN and MSNBC and all them say. And like I saw a comment on a post here not long ago by a lady talking about how liberalism is the reason why everybody has their rights now. How they've stood up, the liberals have stood up since the '60s for the rights of minorities and for everybody's rights. But these people are tricked so it's just terrible how bad they're fooled. Because they only stand up for the rights that agree with them. Because, like I told her, I said, you're all for everybody's rights. Except for when they disagree with you, then you want to limit their First Amendment right. And there's liberals every day speaking out wanting to limit your Second Amendment right. And they want to violate your Fourth Amendment right to take away your Second Amendment right. So don't be fooled. And don't be fooled by these rhino Republicans either. Don't be fooled by these people up there making these deals. And most time when they're passing these laws and doing all this, it's not for the betterment of you and I. It's for them. It's a shame, but I really believe that there's very few politicians left that will actually do something for the good of humanity. And these people are not our leaders. They're supposed to be our representatives. They don't even represent us very well. It's a shame. But, that's the end times. It all, the Bible talks about every bit of this. It's all coming. You can see it coming down the line. That's why I prep. That's why I work hard every day. I really enjoy it. I love getting outside. It's been so warm. I tell you, it's 86 degrees here. At about 3,200 feet elevation or so here in North Carolina in the mountains. And that's warm for this time of year. But, we'll have some cooler weather again. It'll cool off. It won't stay this warm. But it's really been warm out today, so I've had to take a lot of breaks and stuff. I just love being outside and working on my garden. And I'm going to try to do a video here coming up, do a little shooting with the AR maybe. Maybe get a little, maybe try to do a little tactical lesson with it. And so I haven't shot now in a couple of weeks, so I need to get some of that in, and hope to be getting some camping and hiking in, maybe this weekend. If I can, I'll take a little video of that while my son and I go out and do that. And he really enjoys getting outside with me, and we love being out there. And every time I go camping and hiking, I take very little with me and learn a lot. So it's just more survival skills that we're all going to need. But folks, make sure you do a little something every day prepared. Make sure you enjoy your life. Love your family. Hug and kiss them every day. Tell them you love them. Thank you for watching. And remember, all gun laws are unconstitutional.